In this video, I'm going to be talking about some of the signs to look out for that could really indicate that you are transforming and aligning yourself to become your highest self. Oftentimes, in our spiritual journey, as we go about the spiritual journey, we'll find ourselves stripping away and uncovering who we truly are, our true self, our true nature that goes beyond our conditionings or our identity and truly touches an aspect of ourselves that is more in touch and in connection with the entire universe, the entire cosmos. And so, this aspect of yourself is regarded as your highest self. It is an aspect of yourself that is much more evolved. And as you become more aligned with this version of yourself, there's a lot of transformation that happens inwardly as well as outwardly. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about some of the signs that could really indicate that you are now aligning yourself to the energy of your highest self, and you are going to embody more of this essence of your true self. When you start to connect with your highest self and you start to align with your highest self, you'll find that you start to truly appreciate more of life. You'll start to be more grateful and just have so much of gratitude, just saying thank you almost all the time, because your highest self is whole and complete. It's an aspect of yourself that doesn't really need anything outside of itself to feel complete. And so you start to feel and start to embody more of wholeness, more of completion. And you start to become so grateful and appreciative of everything in life, of this entire human experience, this body, this world, nature. You start to truly embrace more of love and peace and compassion and empathy, which is all your true self's quality. And you start to really express that and experience that at such a profound and such a deep level. But most importantly, when we start to appreciate life, you start to find yourself having so much of gratitude and respect for this experience. Appreciation that runs very deep for understanding that we all have come from creation and we all are part of creation. You may oftentimes find that synchronicities, the signs that you've been getting all this time, has completely stopped. A lot of times when we are in our spiritual journey, we start to encounter these benevolent beings that truly are there to guide us. They are regarded as guides, angels, these benevolent beings who truly come to us and maybe nudge us to go in a path that we've never really been on, going into the unknown, taking a leap of faith. And sometimes, as soon as we take that leap of faith, our synchronicities in our life completely stop, as if it was never really there in the first place. I experienced this so much when I truly found myself in the unknown. There was absolutely no synchronicity. So, with all that agitation, I remember I just called up a psychic and I was just talking about how I feel like my guides have completely abandoned me. I feel abandoned by them. I feel vulnerable. I'm stuck in the unknown. And what he told me that you don't need that guidance anymore. You don't need your spirit guides telling you what to do any longer or giving you those sort of guidance, because you are now aligning with the energy of your higher self. You have called forth more of that energy, more of that frequency. And so, you can tap into it. You can tap into your higher self, you can tap into your soul, into the wisdom within this higher aspect of yourself to guide you. And you're going to start acting from that place. You're going to start making decisions from that place. So you don't really need the synchronicities. You don't really need your guidance, your spirit guides telling you what to do any longer. So this could be something that happens to you. It's a very clear indication that you are transforming into more of this higher aspect of yourself, this higher version of yourself, and you're starting to align more with it. So another thing about connecting with your higher self, aligning with your higher self, is that you might find that you also, you will find yourself experiencing like burst of inspiration, just having these inspired ideas that comes to you feeling creative, feeling like you want to express something, want to say something, deliver a message, or create, you have this sort of ability to tap into this creativity within the wisdom of your higher self, tap into yourself to really call forth more of these aspects of yourself that you want to express here on earth. So, for example, you might find that you want to paint or you want to create a YouTube channel, do something like that where you truly allow yourself to channel through the essence of your higher self into that. So, you find yourself being passionate, just having so much of passion and inspiration and wanting to use that to express, create, and to truly, channel that through in whatever way in which you feel called to do so. Having awareness, having the ability to pick up on things that perhaps before you truly were unconscious to. Having awareness means you're becoming more conscious, and as you do so, you'll start to find that you are able to pick up on the fact that you are not your thought, you're not your body, you are not your mind, you are definitely much more deeper than that, and you are an aspect of creation that runs much more deeper. So when we start to have more awareness, we start to be able to transform our life. We need awareness a lot of times in order for us to transform and shift our life. So as you start to become more aware, you also find that there's a lot of transformation that seems to really take place that truly reflects this sort of alignment. This truly reflects that you are now embodying more of your higher self, where you find that there's this inner change at first, that your inner environments tend to change, and that your outer environment also start to reflect that sort of change. It starts to truly reflect that embodiment of your higher self, of consciousness, of awareness. So when you start to have awareness, it truly means that you are also going to be someone who will transform into this version of yourself. You start to really transform inwardly, and then it's also reflected outwardly. It might start with maybe wanting to change your diet, becoming aware of the diet that doesn't serve you, becoming aware of the thoughts that don't serve you, becoming aware of the belief, becoming aware of the fact that our reality is a mirror and that we can sort of shift and change reality based upon changing our belief. When you start to become more aware and you start to embody more of your higher self, there's this urge of trying to find your purpose, trying to find your path where you can truly be of service, become sort of a conduit where you can allow this higher self to work through you to be of service to others, to work through you to create, to help, to heal, etc. But most importantly, it's our higher self that seeks to serve because it is connected with the whole. Our higher self is truly connected to the whole. So it will always seek to serve the whole. It will seek to serve others. We start to align with the energy of our higher self. We'll start to find ourselves becoming more intuitive. Embodying more of this energy means that we have a higher perspective on life. When we don't really have all of the information, all of the data, all of the variables given to us, our higher self don't necessarily need all of the variables. It doesn't need all of the information to know exactly which path is going to serve, which path is not. So how it will send you these sort of messages and signals is vibrationally through your intuition. And your intuition has the ability to really direct you and nudge you on the path that you need to go, on the decisions you need to make. And so as you embody, as you start to really make space for more of this higher self, and you start to embody more of this frequency, you start to find yourself becoming highly intuitive. So when we are able to notice these signs, notice that we are transforming and aligning to become more of our higher self, to call forth more of who we are into this experience, we will start to be more open and receptive to more of ourselves, start to be more open and connected to more of the essence, our true essence of who we are. And that is our higher self. So thank you so much for watching this video. As always, thank you so much for receiving today. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.